Since kicking off his professional rugby career at the tender age of 18, it is something clear to see that Ardie Savea has gone from strength to strength. Whether it's the skills necessary for the game or the personality characteristics that define the ultimate path of a player, Savea has proved himself to be one of the best rugby players in the world. But with success comes failure too, and that's what happened in Savea's life as well. And sometimes it costs you a lot. So what was that time when Ardie Savea almost had his career ended, and how did he make his way back to the top? Let's try to find it all out in this video today. But before moving on, let's just first try to know a little about the player himself. How and where did it all start for him? Ardie Savea was born in Wellington on 14th of October 1993. Savea comes from a rugby family, and his older brother Julian Savea is also a New Zealand rugby player. This means that there's an equal contribution of the fact that him being a part of a rugby family also paved his way to the top. This has also contributed towards his achievements in the game. However, growing up in a family that struggled to make ends meet wasn't always easy for Ardie Savea. While talking about it in an interview, Savea told that he used to envy the students at school who were able to purchase pies and sausage rolls for lunch, and wished his family members had a vehicle to transport him to his early morning rugby games and training sessions. But the key to his success in the game has always been in being healthy and active. And that is what Savea has always been focused towards. He was a member of Rongotai College's first XV, captaining the team in his senior year of high school and serving as head prefect. Savea played outside center in high school before moving to forwards in his career as a player. As the time passed, things got better for him and Savea found himself on the rugby grounds. Savea made his national debut for Wellington in 2012, when he was only 18 years old. He astonished everyone with a succession of electrifying games at openside flanker and number 8. At this point, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Savea had it all what it took to be an outstanding rugby player. He was gifted with speed and athleticism. What's even interesting here is his ability to stay alive in the tackles, which was just unparalleled. At the time, and still is, Ardie, the younger sibling of former All Blacks winger Julian, got his Super Rugby debut for the Hurricanes in 2013, then competed for New Zealand under-20 before joining the All Blacks on their Northern Tour as a non-playing rookie later that year. He concluded the year by earning the New Zealand Age Grade Award. Savea was named to the All Blacks Sevens team in 2015, and he competed in the Wellington Sevens tournament in January 2016. Savea was additionally an established starter for the Hurricanes throughout the 2015 Super Rugby season, but he missed the last match because of an injury. After Brad Shields' injury, Savea took over as Wellington's captain for the remainder of the 2015 ITM Cup season. This was the time to show his true leadership qualities, and Savea did manage to do that. In Shields' absence, Savea led Wellington to the Championship Division final, but the Magpies of Hawke's Bay defeated them 25-26, thanks to a late convert from Savea's Hurricanes colleague, Ihaya West. But the following year did manage to bring some good news. In 2016, after withdrawing from the All Blacks Sevens, Savea was named to New Zealand's All Blacks team for the June Test matches over Wales. Savea got his All Blacks breakthrough on June 11th, replacing Sam Cane from the bench against Wales at Eden Park. Savea made a wonderful debut as the All Blacks won 39-21. The next week, Savea recorded an assist in his second encounter for New Zealand in front of his home crowd at Westpac Stadium. Savea returned to the field, substituting Cane off the bench. The All Blacks won again, 36-22. Savea stayed in the All Blacks squad for the 2016 Rugby Championship, and due to an injury to Sam Cane, he ended up playing 2 Rugby Championship matches as an open-side flanker. In his initial appearance for the All Blacks against South Africa in the 2016 Rugby Championship, Ardie and his brother Julian shared a try, becoming the first brothers in the All Blacks to achieve so in the very same test. However, sometimes there are some controversies too, and Savea also couldn't save himself from one. In March of 2023, Savea got banned for 1 week for making a throat-slitting gesture at an opponent during a Super Rugby match against Melbourne Rebels. The 30-year-old All Black was on his way to the sin bin after receiving a yellow card when he made the gesture toward Ryan Lovrens. Though after the game, he apologized, stating the gesture was out of character. A foul play committee determined that the incident warranted a warning and, when combined with the yellow card, a 1-week suspension. However, it was clear that the renowned player was ashamed of what he did, and he did admit to that later on, stating, "I can understand the fans are furious about the gesture I made. Kids are watching us. We're in the heat of the moment. Usually that's out of character for me, so I put my hand up first and I apologize for that." He then explained about his behavior, stating, "We're trying to clean up the game. There's no excuse for me. I've got to be better." And he did prove that. While showing his best during all of his games, success became something familiar to him, and Savea was given the Player of the Year title in October 2023 odds. During the star-studded World Rugby Awards, New Zealand's number 8, Ardie Savea was crowned World Rugby Men's Player of Year. While receiving the award, he said, "It's very special, very blessed and grateful to be up here. I guess for an individual to stand out, it's based on the foundation of the team." He then said, "What this team has been through not only this year but the past couple of years under Foz has been very special, and we would have loved the fairy tale ending. It wasn't meant to be, but it's a special group of men, and I'm so blessed to be able to represent the All Blacks." Ardie Savea returned to form during the 2023 rugby season, dismissing critics and asserting his standing as one of the world's best rugby players. His efforts were once again impressive, and he was instrumental in the Hurricanes' Super Rugby victory. More significantly, he reclaimed the trust and respect of fellow players, coaches, and supporters. Ardie Savea's path exemplifies both the ups and downs that come with being an exceptional athlete. Born to excel in rugby, he encountered obstacles that tested both his athletic abilities and his character. The throat-slitting act could have terminated his career, but it instead became a watershed moment that changed the man he is today. Although the suspension that followed was more than just a failure, it also gave Ardie the opportunity to think back on what he had done and evolve as a person and athlete. When he returned to the field, it was evident that the incident had had a deep influence on him, which he showed in his outstanding game plan later on, making his way straight to the win. As of now, Ardie's restoration narrative is one of perseverance and commitment. Instead of allowing the failure and controversy to determine his career, he turned it into inspiration to become a great player. It wouldn't be too wrong to say that Ardie used his enthusiasm and passion for the game effectively, focusing on setting a good example and reflecting sportsmanship and respect. As Ardie builds on his already great career, his legacy will be known not only for his supremacy on the rugby pitch, but also for his capacity to overcome hardship and emerge stronger. The Wonderkid, who was reared to dominate rugby, has demonstrated that he is more than just a product of his surroundings, and thus represents resilience and the sport's enduring spirit. But we'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this outstanding rugby player and his journey from success to coming out of a big controversy? Let us know with your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked watching this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing sport content. See you next time.